very much.
Hey, how about that?
Thank you. Welcome to TNT, and my pleasure to introduce to you Her Majesty's answers to the Headless Horseman, Lord Alfred Hayes. And we certainly should have a great show, I think, with Captain Louis Albano. And have you seen The Captain?
Yes, it's a shock, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, he's always a shock, but this is a bigger shock.
Even for Lou Albano, this is a shock. Would you please welcome Captain Louis Albano?
Get a load of them cans. Check them numbers, baby. Varicose veins and everything. Well, them out. How you doing, Vinny?
Very well, Mr. Albano.
Ah, boy. Imagine if you got to go to little boy's room. Boy, am I in trouble. You'll have a wet pumpkin.
Where did you find this outfit, Mr. Albano?
Oh, this was tailored for me by Marcel Shigeva from Milan, Italy. What's funny, Lordship?
Nothing.
It's all unborn virgin wool.
Unborn virgin.
Unborn virgin wool, yes. There's over 7 yards of that in it. Laminated nylon. And it's been hand sewed, hand stitched. You notice the leg section?
Yes.
It's for a fellow with large legs.
We would like to take you, as a matter of fact, we'll get away from
area.
this and take you to some videotape footage of a special cartoon in which you are involved.
This is wonderful. This is something I feel so elated. Look.
All right, this is Hulk Hogan's Rock and Rustling. And Louis Albano, where are you in there? That's Wendy.
You just take a look. There I am.
There you are.
Just look at the fat captain. I mean, it's a look at the rubber bands. I'm playing a little number on my rubber bands. I think it's Beethoven's Fifth, but here I go. This is a wonderful cartoon. I've never seen anything like it. I was so elated. I felt so proud and so good to look at this. I mean, the way it's done, the way it's set up, the whole commercial program, the cartoon itself. It's great, Vinny. I've never seen it. Number one in the nation. Number one in the nation. That's all I can say.
All right, now, Lou, you seem to fancy yourself, as always have, fancy yourself as some sort of, an individual that all the little children in the world could look up to. Right?
Yes.
And we see you here today, and I wonder how many little kids would be watching this program and just prior to Halloween. I wonder how many pumpkin outfits are these available for sale?
Well,
anywhere?
these are available in your local food market. They're actually not selling them in they're selling them in your local food market because to wear this, you got to be well over 300 pounds and have a belly like the captain. But all you little kiddies that want to follow the captain, I believe it's a good example. This is Halloween or Halloweeny, whatever you want to call it. All Saints Day there. We're all getting out. We got the goblins and the witches and the captain's the pumpkin. You know, I'm a master of pumpkinry. I'm the first. Boss Squeeps Albano way back. This is 24 AD, was the first pumpkin carver.
Great.
In Rome, Italy.
We'll get back to that. Right now, let's go to some live action footage.
Let her want to go.
What the heck is this? Somebody took a bite out of my sandwich. I hope they don't expect, hey waitress, hope they don't expect me to eat this. Can you believe this? A bite out of my sandwich? I'll get to the bottom of this. Ridiculous. Hey, Chef.
Yeah, pal. What is it?
Somebody took a bite out of my sandwich.
Yeah, I do that with all my customers. I test the food before I serve it. That's why we got the best. I ate about 117 of them today so far. Plus 15. Yeah, shut up a minute.
You taste all the food?
All the food, plus I had 1,500 hot dogs.
Well, this is ridiculous. I hope you don't expect me to eat
I'll tell you
this.
what you do. Here, wait a minute. Here, put a pickle with it. You gotta taste the food and make sure it's good, right? I mean, you wouldn't want to serve anything you wouldn't eat.
No, Mr. Albano.
I mean, anything listen, you're not gonna go out and just serve food to people if you haven't tasted it. Good chefs back in the kitchen, how do you know what they do? Throw them in their hand, but with the food. I mean, I looked back one time, I don't even want to say. But you don't know what they're doing. You don't know where them hands have been. Now they serve the food. I mean, it's all right. There's the captain. I taste my sandwiches before I serve them. What's wrong with that? I gave him a good pickle, a kosher pickle.
Tell me a little bit more about this Bob Squeaks, or whatever it was, Albano.
Lanato Bob Squeaks Albano, back I said before, actually before time began, but it was back in Rome where he was the first pumpkin carver. And as you know, he found a process of taking the seeds out of the pumpkin and drying them and then putting them with 3 tablespoons of unborn virgin olive oil. And you brown this here, and then you add a little salt, and the kids pick on them the day before Halloween.
When we return,
I'll show you carving.
You're going to carve.
I'll carve a pumpkin for you.
All right. This should be a rare treat here because Louis Albano is going to demonstrate the art of pumpkin carving. All right, Capper, what are we doing here?
I brought this out before. This was taught to me by my great-great ancestors. I said Lonato Basqueeps Albano back in Rome, and he said, Captain, he called me Captain. Oh, he used to call me Capper.
Even when you were a little guy?
Little Capper. He called me the little Capper.
He said, Capper,
and I grew up to be the big Capper. He said, we take the seeds of this. I told you once before, I want to repeat it once again. You take the seeds, you dry them for 30 days. At the end of a 30-day period, you fry the seeds with 3 tablespoons of unborn virgin olive oil. It's got to be unborn virgin, remember that. You fry that, and then you put a little salt on, delicious. Now I'm going to show you how we go about this. First, we'll go around here, Vinny, just pay attention, strict attention. Right. We'll cut a top out. Now, as you notice, you see the pits. You see what I'm talking about here? You see, you got pits all over. It's all right.
Wait a minute, Alfred.
Yes, I'm sorry, Alfred. You got pits now. Look, you want to clean this out?
Boy, that thing
You want to make sure you clean this stuff out. This is the main thing. Try to get it all clean. Where's the pail? Put it in the gun. You want to make sure you clean this out.
With your hand, you just get in there?
Well, yeah, you can put your both hands in if you want it and get it all out. You just try to save the pits. Now, the main thing is here, you want to make a facial thing for the Halloweeny for the kids here. Now, here we go. Watch this. Make sure you cut it at an obtuse angle.
An obtuse.
Obtuse. The other, you use a 90-degree angle. You got to work at both ends.
You have to be very careful now.
This is like a gynecologist, a psychiatrist that works at both ends. You do it this way. Now, just watch. All right, here we go.
All right, wait a minute.
Now, you watch this here. It's coming out. There you go. Ha!
That's the eyes.
Wait, there's the eyes. All right, just a minute.
Let's show the eyes.
Let's show the viewing audience the eyes. There's the eyes. Got the eyes there. All right, now we're going in for the nose, the proboscis.
The proboscis.
Yeah, we call it a proboscis where we come from.
All right.
All right, Basqueep said, Captain, this is known as a proboscis. You cut a little bit of that interior out. Now you got a nose.
All right, that's
we're
very
lacking
good.
for the mouth. So what we do here, you got to have a mouth. You
Easy
cut
now.
down now. What? Be very careful. It's a very sharp knife.
Yeah, these utensils
are
these from Italy also? Or?
Yes, they were sharpened by my uncle, Angelo Pasquili. Angelo said, Captain, he said we can do it. Now, here we go. Now
Alfred, is there anything quite like this in jolly old England? Do they celebrate?
Alfred never said, there's the mouth. How's that?
Looks...
If you want to put a false tooth, you just cut it at a right angle and you got a false tooth put in there. Now, you can also take your pumpkin. If you want to be prepared, you want to have your pumpkin prepared, and you want to make some of these pumpkin seeds I was telling you about, you just cut your pumpkin in half. Make sure you cut it in a round section. Now, you'll take, Lord, you ever taste any of this here? Come here. Get over
Alfred! Hey, Alfred!
It doesn't hurt. Oh, no, very quick. Let me get you a piece of this.
Come on, Alfred.
Come
Let's
here,
have a little
Alfred.
piece of it. I thought you were supposed to cook this, though.
Well, you can cook it, but you can eat it right afterwards. It's got a high vitamin C content. Vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is not dangerous to the body. If you overtake vitamin C, it will merely be urinated out. You can't hurt yourself. It can't be anything wrong. I mean, you cannot overtake vitamin C. Here, Alfred, try a little bit of this. See what you think of it.
Mr. Albano, if you would continue to carve, and then we'll be coming back from time to time.
Very good.
And we'll check out your masterpiece here.
Beautiful.
We'll be back as we continue with more of Captain Lou and Gene Okerlund and more to join us. Stay with us. You're not going to believe what we're as unbelievable as Lou Albano was and still is.
I believe it.
The voice you just heard is that of our next guest. Would you please welcome our very own Mean Gene Okerlund?
Does this bring back memories of your honeymoon? Huh?
No, not mine. No, sir.
Just call me Blanche, Vince.
No, sir. But, this is strange.
This is marketing.
Marketing.
This is marketing.
I see.
This
Now-
is pure marketing. This is my new look.
This is your new look.
New look. You won't believe how much fun I had just getting dressed.
In a moment, we're going to talk about Mean Gene and his latest endeavor. As part of the wrestling album, which is soon to be released, you're doing Tutti Frutti, which is very appropriate, I guess, for the dress. I don't know.
Very fruity.
Either that or it's part-time at Chip and Dale's. I haven't really...
Stand up just for a moment if you take another look. What is the thing down here in the lower extremity with that?
That's a nappy.
What is? It's on our monitor now. What exactly is that?
This is the vault for the family jewels.
Oh man!
That takes you from the Truman Capote look to the J.J. French Twisted Sister look.
Well, based upon that sort of rough cut, if you would, that we saw here with our fabulous TNT band, Epic Records.
Whatever happened to them, by the way?
They're out in the garage.
They are.
They're still with us.
Not a
Just
bad place for them to be.
A little further removed, but still with us. In any event, the version you do now, the Tutti Frutti that's going to be out on Epic Records, is somewhat, or I should say, a lot different than the version we just heard.
I would... Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
It's almost as different as the way you look now as to the way we normally see you.
As I say, I'm going to go back. It's the whole program. It's the marketing. I say that the very early Truman Capote, and as I say, this is my new look today.
I'm sure Jim Barnett is very proud.
No. I'm going to take this act on the road, I don't mind telling you.
Chastity belt as well, huh?
Yes.
No, I think we could leave the other part there.
I am one of the biggest athletic supporters that I know, but go right ahead.
All right, this is the cover of the wrestling album, and one of the cuts on the album is Mean Gene Okerlund doing Tutti Frutti. And
Is there an album in there?
no, there's no album.
Oh.
This is the cover, the front.
Was
Here,
it a
actually-
kayfabe album? What's
Yeah,
where?
it's
No
kayfabe
records, huh? Where's the vinyl?
And this is the.
This is Vince McMahon
Wait a
here.
minute, but here right. But over here, this is the front of the album, and then this is the other side is the back of the album. I'll show you a little bit later on. I think we have the inside in which Mr. Piper appears and also has a cut.
I heard that.
It's
I heard that.
that's a little different too. But who's doing the harmony with you, Gene? When
Well, I don't know. Can I mention that?
Sure.
On TV?
Yeah. Not if it's the same person who designed
yes.
that outfit, though.
Luciano Pavarotti is doing, and a fellow by the name of Rick Derringer.
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 Right. In any event, that was, I would think, a lot of fun.
I bet you're going to ask me if I feel silly sitting
No,
around like
actually,
this.
I don't
Alfred?
think-
Do you feel silly?
Oh, not at all. I could just. I have a pleasant little advertising business back in the Midwest. I can see going right down the toilet now. But I think those people would trust me with $5 million.
This is
Or
very
get
nice.
their pins in there.
The chain or something. Shouldn't you cover some of that up or?
It's enchanting, isn't it?
Huh?
I hate to cross my legs here. I hurt myself.
Well, certainly not hurting himself. I think. Capper, you still over there?
Right there, Vinny. I'm working on my pumpkin here, baby. Here's another one. I want to show you what we do, Vinny. We turn around, we cut out the top. I've been working on this little baby for quite a while. Then carefully try to keep your work area clean. That's the main thing, because if you get stuff, you get bugs and germs all around. Try to keep stuff going pretty clean, when you do it. Now, the main thing, you get the inside cleaned out, save a few of the pits, you know what I'm talking about? Try to keep that stuff clean. Then you turn it around, you get, here you go, now the eyes come out. We turn around here, let's get this eye out. We got this eye out. I got a couple of rotten fangs here, too. Like how's that? How's that for 2 fangs? Get a look
All right. Yeah.
All right. Guy needs a little bit of dental work, but that's my other masterpiece.
Capper, what do you
Main thing
think
is wherever you work, try to keep it clean. You see what I mean? Try to keep it clean.
Capper, hold up. What do
Yeah.
you think of Mean Gene's outfit? What do you think of how he looks?
I think the guy looks great. The guy's where it's at, baby. That's the style. I mean, he's with it, man.
God love
He
you.
knows what he's talking about.
All right, one more time. We're going to take it. Everyone would like to get one more look at that before you go.
Do you mind if I just kind of mix and mingle with the studio audience here?
That's a great idea. All right. Oh, look at that. Looks like he dropped about 6 pounds of no. All right. We'll be back as we continue with more TNT, and the Fabulous Moolah is going to join us, if she hasn't already. with more TNT and continuing with our pre-Halloween celebration, notwithstanding Mean Gene's outfit and Louis Albano's. Would you please welcome our next guest, also in somewhat, perhaps you would say, inappropriate costume. Would you please welcome the Spider along with the Fabulous Moolah. How are you? Have a seat if you would.
Do look well.
Yes, that is the Fabulous Moolah.
Oh, nice. What a lovely squashy nose you have there. Spider, how are you?
That is you, Moolah, is it not?
It certainly is.
It certainly is. Well, there's only one voice like that.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you. Happy Halloween to you, too. Why did you choose... many would consider that somewhat of an appropriate... Why did you choose to...
What do you mean appropriate?
Well, the hat is very appropriate. That, we've seen you like to wear hats a lot.
That's true, Vince, but I'm beautiful even in this costume.
Yes. And the broom?
Cleaning house.
Cleaning house. Well, that's what you do best is clean house. I don't mean that literally. I mean, when you're in the wrestling ring, you certainly clean house, and whether it's with Spider or Judy Martin or whomever it is else that you manage, and from time to time you're likely to get involved, as we have seen and we'll see on this videotape. We'll take you back to some videotape footage of Spider versus Susan Starr. Let's take you to tape now.
Look at this, the Fabulous Moolah with Susan Starr. Come on, that's reason for disqualification.
There should have been a disqualification. And look at this. There she is, still on the steps over there. Now, why isn't the referee making her leave? Ooh, what a power slam.
Well, thanks to the Fabulous Moolah. Oh, come on, come on.
In order to teach her a lesson, they should reverse the decision right now. Disqualify her and give the victory to Susan Starr.
Here is your winner, Spider Lady. Spider Lady, along with the Fabulous Moolah, herself the all-time great ladies champion.
All right, back with the Fabulous Moolah and Spider, and there we saw you obviously interfering. I mean, you've done that on more than one occasion.
I'm just doing my job, Vince.
We can't hear you all that well, but why don't we, how about if we take the mask off and then we can see the real No. And then you judge is by a matter of applause which you prefer. Why don't you take the mask? No. I'm just to hear you better. Just to be able to hear you better. If you take.
I will raise the mask up this far.
Let me see how that.
That's all you can see, Vince.
That's all we get to see? What do you think? Good. Huh? In any event.
Well, they don't know the difference anyway. They don't know good material when they
we can't hear you because of the mask there.
I said they don't know a beautiful lady when they see her anyway.
Maybe not, but they would recognize this individual that we're about to take another look at, the Fabulous Moolah, this time I believe with Susan Starr. No.
Judy Martin takes Wendy Richter right down, rolling over now, still on top of, I think Moolah's up. Yes, she's out there. Oh, no. This is the way this match is going to progress. We're going to find ourselves with a new champion. Look at this, Judy Martin and the double, come on, referee. Wendy Richter screaming in pain.
All right, now there, how can you possibly explain your actions there?
I just have to say I enjoyed that more than anything else, getting my hands in Wendy Richter's hair.
What is it about the Fabulous Moolah that you enjoy inflicting pain like that?
Well, because in the first place, Wendy Richter stole my belt.
Stole the title.
That's right. She stole it, and I intend to get it back myself or have one of my proteges, like the Spider or someone else, Judy Martin or someone, to get it. Well, and when I get my hands in her hair, I just get a big thrill out of it because like to choke her just like I did Cyndi Lauper.
Just like you did Cyndi Lauper.
That's right.
Was that a highlight in your career?
I loved it. I loved it.
I don't think she enjoyed it one bit.
Well, I hope she didn't.
So you intend to yourself, notwithstanding your managing, you intend to, if one of your proteges cannot take the title back, you intend to do that yourself?
I'll get it done one way or the other.
And what makes you so confident that you're going to be champion once again?
Well, maybe that's a little secret. But I know I'm still the greatest, so I don't worry about it, really.
Alfred, would you concur with that?
I would have to concur with a lot of what Moolah says. She obviously feels very deeply about Wendy Richter and what she alleges Wendy Richter did to her, but I don't think she's going to get the title back that way. She's not going to get a logical challenge match authorized.
Well, in a minute, we'll come back and chat a little bit more about this and with Spider. Right now, we're going to take you to an update on the Rolls-Royce Wrestling Classic.
It's the first annual Wrestling Classic, a 16-man elimination tournament. The greatest wrestlers in the world eliminate each other until only one is crowned the victor. On the same night, you could be crowned the winner of the Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3.
All over the wrestling world, they're talking about one particular place, and that's Chicago, Illinois, yeah. And all over the United States, wrestlers are entering the Wrestling Classic, yeah. But what separates the winners from the losers? Somebody, yeah, one person is gonna check it out. Yeah, the Silver Cloud Mach 3. Doing the ride downtown, driving away with the victory. And one wrestler, yeah, separated by magnificence, yeah. Checking out the style and winning the Wrestling Classic. Don't have to tell you who that's gonna be. Check out Macho Madness and check out the Silver Cloud Mach 3. You win this, but don't drive by me, because I'm gonna have my pink Rolls Royce after I take it downtown Chicago.
Join Hulk Hogan and all the superstars of wrestling on Thursday night, November the 7th from Chicago, when the first annual Wrestling Classic will be presented only on those TV cable systems with pay-per-view capability.
All right, back with the Fabulous Moolah, and I understand you tried to enter that Wrestling Classic, even though it was all men, which was a little bit far-fetched, I thought, in terms of your ego. Nonetheless,
It's not far-fetched for me.
It's not.
No.
Well,
first one I'd like to get would be Lord Alfred Hayes.
Well, before you talk about the Lord, you were, in terms of riding around, you have a Rolls Royce, do you not?
Yes.
Alfred, have you ever seen the Fabulous Moolah ride around on the Rolls Royce, in her Rolls Royce?
No, but I tell you, she's an odious person, and the remarks she makes, I'd rather see her get on that broom and ride away on that.
Oh, my. We'll be back as we continue with more. Hey, wait a minute. Come on. We'll be back. Stay with us. Our Capper's still over there working on his pumpkins, and our next guest recently were seen being married on network television, and they have returned from their honeymoon, and we hope to have a report of some of the activities on the honeymoon. Not those kind of activities. Would you please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Uncle Elmer? Down there. All right, my goodness, this is. You have to give us an update on.
Well,
what's
I can't
been
tell
going.
you about everything, you know.
Well, no, we don't want to know about everything. Just a honeymoon. You went to Niagara Falls, I understand.
That's right. We went to Niagara Falls and we had a good time.
You did.
Did we, baby?
Yes, very, very nice.
You weren't tempted to take the fall over the falls.
No, but somebody went over the falls the day we were there.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did you actually see him do that, or?
No, sir. We were around there. It was raining pretty hard that day.
Mm-hmm.
But we were there, and we went out and looked around, and boy, that's more water than I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I must say that you thrilled millions and millions of people who watched you tie the knot, and I know that was especially, Joyce, for you. I think that long walk all the way down from the arena floor all the way into the ring, and On occasion, there are a few jerks about in an arena, and I know that there are a few missiles and whatever that you narrowly escape from, if in fact you escape from them. But what we'd like to do is take you back to that memorable evening. We have some special slide photos that were taken with our photographer. I know you have your album as well.
Here at the magnificent Brendan Byrne Arena in New Jersey, preparations were completed for the much-heralded wedding of Uncle Elmer and his radiant bride, Joyce. World TV cameras were present, and no cost was spared to make this the most wonderful day ever for the happy couple. Uncle Elmer's dream was to be married in the wrestling ring of a famous arena where his friends and colleagues could join in the setting that has guided his fame and good fortune. His lovely bride was thrilled with this romantic notion. And so the dreams of Uncle Elmer and Joyce came true in the Meadowlands Arena, where millions of sports fans pass through its portals every year. In the very ring where superstars of the World Wrestling Federation vie for top honors, Joyce and Elmer exchanged their solemn vows. Now the bride and groom, along with their guests, were ready for a hoedown reception in a setting that had brought the air of southern hospitality to the north in order to make our hillbilly friends feel at home. Celebrities came from far and near to attend this fairy tale wedding. Indeed, one of these celebrities had himself been married on worldwide television. His name, Tiny Tim. Needless to say, everybody had fun and enjoyed themselves at this magic marriage, but nobody more than Uncle Elmer and his dazzling bride. I wish them good fortune and eternal happiness. For the World Wrestling Federation, this is Lord Alfred Hayes.
That reception was something else. One thing that I think thrilled so many people and really surprised them was your ability to sing. I don't know, when you were singing that song to Joyce.
Well, I really meant it. You know, when I sing, I sing from my heart. You know,
that's an awfully big heart.
Yeah, it's off a big body. You know,
it sure is. Notwithstanding that, and some of the really touching things that we saw in the wedding, Jesse Ventura unfortunately had a lot of unkind things to say, and I would think that you might want to have something to say about that, Elmer.
Yes, sir, Mr. McMahon. I got a lot to say about that. We don't do that where I'm from. And I'm going to tell Jesse the Body Ventura, wherever he's at, if he sees this, brother, he's in for some feuding. The feuding has started.
Uh-oh.
And Jesse the Body, you better go home or go back to where you got them little pretty curls at and all that stuff. Because, buddy, you just mark my word, I'm going to take care of you for talking about my wife and talking about me on national TV.
All right, now there's another person that did a little talking about you and Joyce, and his name is Lanny Poffo. Had a special poem. Let's take you to Lanny Poffo.
On this auspicious occasion, a loving commitment for life, Joyce Stasko and Uncle Elmer are uniting as man and wife. Unselfishly, they share their love with every single wrestling fan who supported Uncle Elmer, a wonderful, big-hearted man. And we thank them for this moment, so the multitudes may see the joy of the Holy Spirit through the family of NBC. Eros, Phileo, Agape, a life of love and wonder. For what God hath joined together, let no man put us under.
All right, that was nice.
Very nice.
Joyce, now that you're married to this huge individual here, and certainly an immense star in the wrestling world, how do you feel about tying the knot with our dear Uncle Elmer?
Oh, I feel great.
Yeah? Treating you all right, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Is he as kind as everyone says he is? And gentle?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what about some, we talk about, he mentioned earlier a little bit of that feuding we see in the ring. Does he keep most of that in the ring, or does, on occasion, does he have a little bit of a temperament that might manifest itself?
Well, no comment on that.
Well, in any event, we certainly...
She's not going to tell off on me, Mr. McMahon, that's right.
Well, I know it was great having all your kin folks around at the wedding, and Hillbilly Jim, Cousin Junior.
That's right, Hillbilly Jim.
Andre the Giant.
That's right, everybody.
And
Huck Hogan, special Huck Hogan,
Yep.
he was right there with me
Yes,
all
sir.
the way. And boy, we don't know what to do without him and Andre and Junior and Uncle Elmer. You know, I'm just a little nervous being on TV. I don't talk too good anyway.
Well, matter of fact, in that video that's going to be on the network, someone else was doing your talking there. We'll a little bit more about that later on. Best of luck, you guys, and we hope this really works out. You make a lovely couple.
Well, it's going to work out. Thank you.
Live with Mark TNT and Captain Louis Albano, along with Lord Alfred Hayes, and the faces on the pumpkins might resemble someone you know, Mr. Albano.
Well, this one right here kind of looks like Roddy Piper. If you get a good look, How you doing, Roddy? How are you? And this one here with the rotted fangs kind of gives you a little remark of Freddie Blassie. Hello, Fred. How you doing? You know, the pumpkin goes to show it'll serve all these purposes. Number one, we can use it. You can put a candle in there out in your front porch, you know, for the kids on Halloween. You can, show our little kiddies to see that. And then you've got the core of the pumpkin here. You can make delicious pumpkin pies. You can roast the seeds.
Yeah, the seeds you said you roasted?
Yeah, you roast them with a little bit of, we said,
they're a little
virgin
slippery
oil.
around here.
A little slippery, yeah.
What about, are there any advice to anyone that would be carving the pumpkin? I mean, surely you would want to have some sort of paper around.
Yeah, you try to work like the captain works, neat. You see how things are around. You know, you try to keep everything. You don't slop around the place. Just try to keep in proper perspective. And then you've got the. Excuse me, if I didn't mean to interrupt. Then of course you can use it for compost too. Is that what they call compost?
Compost?
Yeah, you know when you put all the garbage out in the garden, you throw everything together, rotted this and rotted that, and you let it lay over there, and then next year you plant tomatoes and they come up beautiful. That's the fourth purpose. Now,
good for the tomatoes.
Of course, you can take it. There's a fifth purpose. You can use. You know, sometimes you get these big rainstorms. And you can use it like you take the thing and put it like a hat. Like that could be number 5. It could be number 5. So in other words, you can do it, friend. There's a lot of use. There's a lot of good use for pumpkins. So
thank you for joining us this week on TNT. Next week we'll have Hulk Hogan with us, Big John Studd, Buffalo Curtis.